Subnautica 2's first 30 minutes can waste a ton of time if you do not know the route. I'm gonna be showing you exactly in this video the early game path to titanium, copper, quartz, silver and acid pouches so you can get your scanner, standard air tank, fins and extra storage fast. So stick around, it's gonna be fun. Hello everybody, Subnautica 2 is here. We are gonna be playing it, but I will be also providing a lot of tips I wish I knew before starting out. So this is gonna be a let's play, but packed with a lot of tips how to get off to a good start and then evolving into episodic content. So without further ado, let's get into the new game. Okay, so first we gotta select the Pioneer to print. Well, Felix is kind of my favorite guy. He looks kind of like me, but really not. They were gonna customize it, and I'm gonna select this color of the suit to blue. I do like how it looks like. We're gonna confirm that. Without further dilly-dallying, let's go right along.
Body print complete. PDA implant reset to factory settings.
Alright, so basically our body is being 3D printed. Imagine that. Ain't that a hoot? Now, alright, we are somewhere, clearly. I'm not sure exactly where.
Pressure above human maximum. Projected lifespan 13 minutes.
13 minutes of lifespan, that's beautiful lifespan. And I just love how it boots up with Altera while I have 13 minutes to live. That's beautiful. Okay, Noetic Advisor. Let's boot up Noah, shall we?
I am Noah. You're the QI. Your life is my job. My job is your life.
Oh, that's so sentimental. You know what?
Burning instruction.
Save it.
Under 60 atmospheres of pressure, oxygen.
All right, let's close you up.
Imminent. Proceed to adaptation.
Yeah, so this is part of the tutorial that essentially teaches you about the biomechanics. You should be getting in here and then just, it shows your hologram, wasting your precious minutes while you slowly die unless you do the following. So basically you're supposed to stick your finger in this thing and it feels very weird, to be honest, but let's roll with it. So yeah, oh. So
Oxide synthesis. Pressure tolerance increased. Vital signs stabilizing.
there we go.
This orb is now your relative.
Oh, look at us together. Aren't we cute? Hello relative, how are you doing? I just love the fact that I am relative with bioscience. That's just a hoot. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Push the button, usually it works.
Necessary adaptation. Clear for work.
I'm cleared for work. Okay, this fills me with confidence, look at this. Can I get a pressure suit, please? I did say please, though. What's going on? Okay, the rumbling definitely ain't so interesting. Okay, and we're supposed to just jump into that? Okay, so let's dive right in, pun intended.
Depth gauge activated.
Okay, there's something over there. What's this? Oh, hi, EVA suit.
Print terminated by barotrauma.
Barotrauma, yeah, I get it. We're like 588 meters below depth and we are losing oxygen. So is there something that I should be doing? Tell you what, let's quickly go and pick up oxygen. Yeah, and I clearly see the marker over there, so I guess that's where we're supposed to be going.
Accident has occurred. Your sleep bay has been separated from the cicada.
Separated? I love the wording.
And send a distress call.
Okay. Okay, so clearly things didn't go according to the plan. Pressure tolerance, black box, your contact, the pawn, I agree. PDA, history, and all that jazz. We're gonna review that. By the way, no power. You don't say. How about I use this? Let's upload the Noah, shall we? So apparently even in this world we have artificial intelligence. Now it's time to figure out, do we have natural stupidity? That's the real question. Yeah, skip the pleasantries. I mean, as you can tell, I'm not really in the best position.
The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. You'll have to swim out and release them manually. They're on.
Okay, dude, we have a philosopher over here. So tell you what I'm gonna be setting up my reprint just here to be safe because I don't want to die a horrible death. And apparently, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, okay, we are here. So we have to release some sort of clamps, I guess. Now, I would be lying if I didn't know where they are. I did, because I tried the game out a little bit, so we're gonna be releasing the clamps. Here we go. There we go. That's clamp number 1, and this is just a tutorial part of Subnautica 2, which I get. It's kind of nice, it's fun, and just don't leave without me, please, will ya? There we go. How about now? Can you now launch the life pod? See? We're all good.
Life pod release.
And there we go.
Trajectory error.
I think we're supposed to go up, down. Oh, there we go. Whoa.
Thrusters disabled.
Oh,
Clearing main thrusters. Stand by.
okay. This I don't think was supposed to happen.
Thruster function restored. Brace for corrective reorientation.
Brace. Yeah, my favorite word. All right. There we go. It goes.
Obstructions detected.
To put it mildly.
Releasing parachute.
And there we go. Releasing the parachute.
Release fire mechanism failure. Brace for impact.
Brace for impact, my 3 favorite words. Oh. Hello, unknown worlds. Can't wait to get this thing going.
Wake up.
There we go. You wake up on the floor.
Does not recognize the sky.
Yeah. Alright, so welcome to the Sesura that is not Sesura.
On the horizon.
By the way, in my previous video I got a lot of comments. This is not Sesura. Guys, you're absolutely nailed it. I didn't know. Sorry.
Pioneer.
Oh, and it even says so. Beautiful. Now, this is a beautiful tree. So first off, I'm gonna give you one major pointer. Look up in the center. There is a compass. We never had one in a Subnautica 1. That's really important because it's gonna help you with the orientation. Second thing, which I'm gonna just go into, open the storage and you can get the nutrient block and health kit. This is important, you'll see in a minute, because in Subnautica 1 we were trying to eat organisms. Here, we can't. They're gonna kill you. Speaking of that, let's just talk about survival guide.
Sesura, I thought you should discover that for yourself, investigator.
Yeah, alright, cool. We're gonna talk about the missing colonists later. Let's dive into the world of Subnautica 2.
Locating a colony is your best chance of survival.
Look at this.
Search will require food and water.
Food and water. Yeah, so you need to know where your resources are. And these beautiful slugs are the place where you actually collect to digest water.
Seawater's anomalously high viral load.
And this is titanium. So just figured you would want to know where your initial resources are. Titanium is usually found at the end of these outcrops, and it's very handy that we pick them up as much as possible. So we're gonna just go up and grab a deep breath, you know, like... There we go. Let's go down again. I think I saw here a little bit of... What is that? Is that copper? No, it's quartz.
Quartz contains dead coral polyps.
Yeah, by the way, quartz, normally, this is misleading. You would figure out that the quartz is found there. No, it's not. And I'm gonna show you where to find it. It took me a while. This is one of the things that I really wish I knew. But what we're gonna go first, we're gonna go first up.
Sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same
Okay,
source.
so this is our fabricator. And first we want to be crafting the basic fins and the standard air tank. What we can craft with this titanium we picked up, we can craft a survival multi-tool, which is gonna be highly useful. Also, we want to do the scanner. And for that we need basic battery. For battery we need copper.
Firearms are primarily used to harm other
Yeah. I mean, and we're gonna be manufacturing water. Water is being produced from the slugs. You put slug in one end, you get a bottle of water. That's beautiful, right? Okay, so remember when I told you that you cannot basically eat the fish? Because they're gonna kill you. So let me just demonstrate. I'm gonna pick up this little fishy. Come on, fishy. Hello, fishy. Okay, can I pick up another one? I just need one sample of fish. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, digestive incompatibility. See? That means it's gonna kill us. Oh, look. There is an outcrop. And there's a copper outcrop. Copper is also one of the vital starting resources that you want to be picking up. So, let me just show you. Copper is found at the top of these caves, and you just need to figure out where to pick it up. It's found on every... Oh, careful there. It's usually at the tops of these caves. Second thing where you want to be picking up is the quartz. Quartz is found in those domes, and you do want to... Oh, by the way, here's a little bit where we can breathe. If you see something like this, you can always go up and pick things up. There's another piece of quartz. So I believe now we have picked up enough quartz. Now let's go a little bit deeper on our resource drive. And here are the things that you can scan. For example, flashlight. Now, flashlight we cannot yet scan because we don't have a scanner. To get the scanner, we need to be picking up more stuff. And right now my inventory is full, which is cool. I'm just gonna go briefly back and deposit the materials, and then we're gonna go back up. I'm gonna deposit everything that I have except the food right in there. And let's see, can we craft anything at the moment? No, we're still missing copper acidic rayon pouch. So let me show you where you can pick those up. So when you go out, let's first fix the food problem. If you want to fix the food problem, that you can actually eat stuff, you need to be following this line. Usually always follow the lines that you get initially. They're gonna be helping you discovering various facilities. So we're gonna be picking up a little bit of things here, but look at those yellow glowy things. Those are the fictitious pulp, and those are also needed for various components. Electricity, mainly battery stuff and these kind of things. So I tend to actually pick up a few of those. 2 to 3 is usually a good amount. So let's go just up. And here you see an angel, like an angel statue. Now, remember initially, I have deliberately shown you the tutorial. I didn't skip it because this tutorial shows you how to do biomods. And that means we now need to become relatives with this thing over there. Ow, A. That's the hammerhead, by the way. It's not really free. Yeah, potential donor found. Yeah, so we've pressed this. We're gonna become, you know, relatives with these two. There is food. See? I have gotten the permission to digest freely. Isn't that beautiful? Now, in order for us to craft the scanner, which we need for basically scanning anything in this game, we need to be collecting the acidic aeon pouches, and those are being found on the purple outcrops, which is usually found in caves, but there is also one easily found next to your life pod in the welcome center, and that's the first place where we should be looking. So at the moment I'm just swimming back to my capsule. There we go, we're gonna go up. Perfect. And there, usually in the caves, you can find this acidic aeon pouch. Let's see if we can find one right there. We're gonna be grabbing our multi-tool. There we go. Oh, look at that. There's another piece of copper, which we're gonna pick up. And there we go. This is the acidic aeon pouch. So we want to be hitting that one multiple times, and only then you can left click the yellow thingy. It's really important that you do it in that order and not the other, because otherwise you're gonna be poisoned. This thing releases poison thing. So be very careful about that. Now that we have those components, we can go in and we can actually craft the things that we need for the scanner. First off, we need to create the battery. Battery is, as you can tell by pinning these, are needed for the scanner. Now that we have all the components needed for the scanner. By the way, if you want to pin these, you just right click them. So now we're going to be crafting the scanner, which is going to help us scan stuff. There we go. Then we're going to be going and cooking the food. So there we go. We're crafting the food.
Motivational speaking career to return to frontier life.
Okay, fair enough. So we have crafted some food. Now I'm gonna be dumping once again all of the materials back into the storage. Reason being because I want to have as many places available for, you know, food and stuff. So right now I'm gonna also put like these nutrient block to leave as much space available as possible. Cool. So we have covered that part. Now, to be able to harvest more, we need the tank, oxygen tank, and we need the flippers. For those we need fiber. So let me just go quickly into the blueprints, and I'm gonna be unpinning the battery because we've learned how to do that. Cool. Okay, so let's ping the inventory, and I just want to rearrange. Scanner is 1, survival multi-tool is 2. There we go. Now, you can get some fiber content, which you can get by hitting on the plant life. So we can actually start scanning. And my advice, guys, is scan everything. You never know. For example, this mimic pylon, you don't want to be coming too close to it, but you still want to scan it, right? Then we have this coral outcrop, which we can, once again, dragon scale coral. We can scan it, see? And I'm gonna be picking up a little bit of it. There we go. That's enough for the time being. We don't need much more of it. Right? Okay. And once again, we're gonna go back to where that cable has led us. Also, if you go down, straight down from here, there should be, and by the way, if you come across these bubbles, your breath is gonna be reset. So there we go. Look at that. So now we can start scanning stuff. Let me see. While we are here, we could actually grab these acid rayon pouch, and this is now regrowing. And we can scan, we can take the titanium, and we can scan the flashlight. There we go, that's important. And another thing, we have also break titanium. It's good to have some titanium, and look at this. That's portable locker. We can hand carry it away, and that's really useful because it gives you a huge expansion to your storage ability. Now, remember that my storage almost got full. So if I just drop this thing, let's go and check out how much more storage do I need. So that storage, we're gonna be dumping all of these unnecessary things in the storage, but once we succeeded, we're gonna need a lot more with this locker capacity. So this allows you to harvest a lot more things. So while it's still daylight, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow the cable once again all the way to the Angel, because next to it we need one specific resource, which the game doesn't tell you early on, but it's blocking you from getting ahead. And that resource is silver. You need a little bit of silver to be able to securely craft your oxygen tank. Now that's the single most limiting factor that I'm aware, and you really should be doing that right now. So first off, we're gonna go by that Angel site, and we're gonna be scanning things that are next to it. There we go, easily upstairs. By the way, these plants that are producing the bubbles are kind of handy because they allow you to last longer underwater. So what we're gonna do here, we have a note from Anita, and this is the habitat builder for building bases. Is there anything else we can scan? Scan Titan rock bore. We can do that. Anything else for scanning, like here-ish? No, not really. Okay, let's go up. Alright, so you want to be avoiding these dangerous creatures. There is multiple things that you want to be scanning around, but for the time being, I'm just gonna go north from here, so like opposite of that direction, and I'm looking for a specific outcrop. Okay, south, let's say south, we're gonna go south here. And I'm following this line that's going in, because that line is gonna be driving us to the cave where we can find more oxygen. Oh, by the way, this is not a friendly Nibbler manager. That guy is not friendly. Yeah, bite trauma detected.
Attacking predators.
Flares may distract attacking predators. I haven't picked up any flares. I didn't think I would need some. That's my bad. Okay, so typically here you might be finding some outcrops. And here, most notably, it's important. By the way, here is the PDA kit. And the cool thing is, once you get into this silver cave, silver is to be found here. And if you look up, look at this. This is where you can go and regain your breath. So this is a temporary small piece of area where you can actually go and make sure that you grab everything you need, and then you can actually scan copper. That's also very handy in the beginning to get your things scanned. Now, I'm just trying to see, is there any more silver outcrops? Because those silver I'm gonna need. And that's enough silver you need for the beginning just to craft your initial tanks. And here is that acidic pouch that we can still... acidic rayon pouch that's going to be used for the batteries. Alright, there's one more that I can pick up, and I think that should be enough. Oh, my inventory is full. Cool. That's okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go out and we're gonna be crafting our gear. We need to find where we're supposed to go. You just follow the yellow or the green brick road which leads upstairs, and that's gonna get us out of here, hopefully. Yeah, there's a hole. So you just follow these... Subnautica developers are including a lot of these beautiful cues that allows you to actually figure out where you're supposed to be going, and it's really beautiful. So now we need to finally one more missing component to be able to craft everything that we need, and we need the fiber. The fiber is going to be easily obtainable, and I'm going to show you, and that we can do even during the nighttime. So that's why I was focusing mainly on securing the things inside and getting the silver. So yeah, now we have the silver, and then we have to get the fiber. So we're gonna go just in, and we're gonna be depositing more things here. Let's see, open storage. There we go. Can I craft battery? Yeah, I think so.
The Noetic advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
All right, so for the air tank, we don't need the fiber. So we can just build rubber. We build the rubber, and we're gonna be building 2 of them. Cool. So, but I didn't want to pick up, so let me just quickly dump 2 components, something that I don't need right now. There we go, just to make sure that I have, and I can place some silver. So I need to pick up the rubber. Here it is. It usually drops it on the floor if you don't have everything. But now we can actually craft our standard air tank. And here's an extra bonus tip for you. Craft 2 of them. This can actually get you out of the lot of sticky situations. So first you want to be equipping 1, and then I'm immediately swapping to equipping the second, so it gets refueled or full of air while I'm down there. Okay, so we have now filled in and make sure that the rubber tank is, or the air tank is done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pin the habitat builder, because we don't have the blueprint yet. We want to be crafting it eventually, and I'm gonna be unpinning the air tank. So that leaves us with the fins. For the fins, we said that we need fiber, and fiber it's quite easy to obtain. Let me show you. Now it's getting dark out there, and it's no problem because of the bioluminescence of the plants. So what you want to be going to any outcrop that is, we can just go. Okay, let's go, rather than this, let's go directly from the life pod. Let's go towards south. We're going to be following this line to, I think, what is being called the Welcome Center. This is an Altera facility, I think. Yeah, there we go. This thing. Here is where you're going to find your first blueprints.
There may be clues to the location of the main habitat.
Yes. Now, this is something that you want to be doing a lot of scanning in. However, we're gonna go just quickly inside. It contains a lot of blueprints that are useful. Namely, you're gonna be finding the habitat builder right inside, and that's gonna help you to... Okay, let's scan the coral dome to start with. There we go. Coral dome. Now let's go inside, and you're gonna notice that it has a biolab even, and it is currently no power. So if you have a battery, which I do believe I might have on me. Do I have one on me? No, I'm gonna need to grab it. All right, let me just go up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I already have the air tank, so I'm not that critically endangered when it comes to air. Fine. Scan metal salvage. Metal salvage is excellent source of titanium early on, and you're gonna use a lot of it when building. So make sure that you do display tank. This is also something that you want to be scanning.
This case was broken by a survival multi-tool. Sabotage is a serious crime.
Yeah. Okay. So battery outlet is empty. So if we stick a battery, we're gonna be able to access this thing. That's okay. Now, let me just quickly check. Okay, so somewhere around this... Scan oxygen tunic. Look at that. There is a cave underneath this. Isn't it beautiful? Can I scan it? Yes, I can. And this one is providing oxygen. So when after it farts, you get some tiny chunk of air. Right. So what we're going to do, I guess we have to go out and I have to look around to find a multi-tool. Around the base there are crates scattered around. Scan branching coral. Yes, please. Somewhere in the vicinity should be the multi-tool fragments, which you are allowed to scan for making a habitat builder. So is this somewhere here? What's there? Habitat builder. There we go. There's a second blueprint. And I believe now we can build a habitat builder.
New fabricator recipes, but the added mass would sink your life pod. A standalone 30 seconds.
So 30 seconds. So this actually is going to allow us to start building our own base. And that, I think, is one of the most important things that you could get early on. So remember why I told you that's important that you get so much titanium. And then the only thing we need still to pick up is that fiber for the fins. That's going to allow us to swim faster. What do we have here? Nothing. Okay, fair enough. Anything else interesting inside this cave? Yeah, I would like to not go into the deep caves while it's too dark outside. Ouch. Yeah, I know. All right. Having said that, we have to find some more coral structures because I want to be picking up fibers. And these are not. Can I pick up? Yeah, these outcrops. Skirton Gorgon, this can give you a lot of coral outcrops, or actually like the...
There's no sign of plant life on this one.
Yeah, this thing. And that's kind of important for you to have early on. There we go. I think that's enough. And now we're gonna go upside and we're gonna be creating our fins so that we can swim all the faster. This is the final piece of the puzzle before we actually start to get into the base building. Right, so there we go, crafting some fins. Oh, we need fiber and we need rubber. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna be crafting, oh, we need lucifer rod sack as well. Let's first craft the fiber. There we go. And we need to gather more of these yellow lucifer rod sacks to be able to get everything that we need. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just deposit once again everything that I have here, and now let's go for the lucifer rod sacks. Now, if you remember, those were those yellow glowing thingies which were a lot present around this wreck if you were following towards the original angel. So we pick a couple of those and then we can build fins, and then we're gonna go starting to do base building. For base building there's gonna be a lot of titanium required, so make sure that you pick up all the outcrops that you can along the way. And yeah, you might be criticizing me for obvious reasons because I'm not picking up the everything that could do. Oh, copper. Copper is always handy to pick up. Oh, my inventory is full. Right, so going back to the life pod, we're gonna go, and I think that this is a perfect area to start building your initial base because you have a lot of useful materials in the vicinity and you don't want to be too far from your life pod because initially you're gonna need to grab materials all the way from there. So speaking about that, we're gonna go right in and we're gonna be making our flippers or swimming fins, call them whatever you want, and then we're going to be loading up and constructing a lot of more interesting stuff. So flippers, we need rubber. Okay, rubber, we're going to create 2 of you. There we go. Then we're going to create 1 battery because we're going to need it later on, and then we're going to be producing the basic fins. Got it. Perfect. See, that's all dandy. So I have some storage, but I want to be now exchanging all of this for a lot of titanium, and I want to be producing a little bit of glass. So let's go into the fabricator and we're gonna be producing, I think, at least 1 glass panel or something, or maybe 2, I don't know. There we go, 2 glass panels, and the rest we're gonna be producing titanium from the wrecked salvage that we got. And now we are short on resources. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that I get to this storage bin, and we're gonna be dumping all of the things that I don't think I will need immediately, just to be on the safe side. Let's go one of these, one of these. This I will need, this I might need. Okay, fair enough. So let's pick up more titanium. Titanium is the most precious resource at the moment. Okay, and glass. Okay. Any more titanium that I could pick up? More quartz, yes. A little bit of copper. I might as well leave the fishy, I don't care. Or actually, I might eat the fishy. So let's go and eat the fishy outright. There we go, consume some water. There we go, and then we just put in a little bit of quartz, copper, cool. And then we're gonna go right in there. And we're gonna be placing this thing next to the place where we're gonna be building and initiating our base. Now, I said I want to be building the base somewhere which is not too far in the like sort of safe shallows, and but overlooking, I'm thinking somewhere along these lines towards this beautiful thingy that I can see and, you know, interact with everything, that everything is so close for me. I think this is a good place as any. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be dropping this thing off, and let me, oh, by the way, silly me, there's one tiny thing I forgot to craft. You don't say, right? Yeah, I have forgot to craft one tiny thing, and that is called the habitat builder. Yes, imagine that. So let's see, what do we need? Blueprints. Let's queue up the habitat builder. Where would you have it? Habitat builder. There we go. Let's queue it up. So what do we need? We need one basic battery, copper wire. So basic battery and copper wire. I think I already have the basic battery, don't I? And copper wire I don't, so I might need some extra copper. Let's go and see if we can collect some extra copper. It usually is hanging out in these rocky outcrops. So, by the way, I could actually scan this while I'm here. Scan the flashlight to get a blueprint. There we go, blueprint. Is there a copper node somewhere? If we go deeper, what about here? Yeah, I see the problem. I don't care. Oh, here are the copper materials. And inventory is full. How is it full? Okay, let's eat. Let's consume this. So that's gonna give me at least 2 coppers. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, stop killing me. Jeez Louise. You cannot do anything these days. Okay, so I know that I have the battery. Let's just go and produce the copper wire. I know I need to craft a copper wire. Okay, wiring kit unlocked. Do I have the battery here? I do not. Can I craft the battery here? Battery. I need a little bit more copper. I think I have the copper in my... Okay, tell you what. Let's check out if there is any more copper in here. Oh, I got fried. Perfect. Copper should be easily obtainable anywhere inside. There we go. Copper. Easy peasy. There we go. One extra piece of copper and we are good. Okay, inventory full again. Beautiful. Right. Please don't fry me. So now we're gonna be creating the battery, the second battery. So to say, battery is being crafted here, and then we can craft the habitat builder. So electronics, materials, habitat builder. There we go. Okay.
You have taken a major step towards zero debt today. As a platform for systems like the processor and scanner station, a habitat is a vital investment in your future.
You don't say.
Habitat can also be an emotional anchor. Proof that you've built something to last.
It's funny.
It's easier to replace a body than a base.
Alright guys, you know what? I think we're gonna be crafting our lovely base in the next episode. Until then, press thumbs up if you liked the video. It was a rough start, but I wanted to show you how to get off to a pretty decent start, and I think within the first 34 minutes I managed to do a decent job. Let me know in the comments below, and if you have some tips to share, put them in the comments. I read and respond every single one of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.